there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, hey, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Fuck yeah, we're back. Josh Landers, thank you again for working with my horrendous schedule to get this done. I just went on a mission. Holy smokes.
You're the go-to guy, Jim.
And
when you're in a bind, when you're in a pinch,
yeah,
who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters, because I'm done. I'm fucking done. No, it's you know, it's nice being the reliable one, the one that, you know, I just got a text yesterday from another house sitting person, hey, going out of town tomorrow, can you house sit? I'm like, would have been nice to have the notice, but it's also nice to have the cash. So what do you do? You know, I want to push back, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck, can't have your cake and eat it too. No, Mikey's girlfriend, Sam's a G, you know, did you meet her at,
I think just in path. I don't think we said more than our names, but
she's cool.
Yeah,
and that's why I was like, I don't mind helping out, but, him and her switch cars, cause he's up in Reno and needs 4-wheel drive. And, the Teslas just don't do well in the cold. Battery runs low. Got to fix that.
Wait, who's in Reno?
Mikey went up for, I think, work this weekend.
Gotcha.
And then he's going to Tahoe, whatever it is. He needs 4-wheel drive. Her car is 4-wheel drive. His is just a Tesla all-wheel drive, which they do well in the snow. But if you're going to need to strap the chains on or be stuck, it's nice to have the gas, you know?
100%.
That's the one shitty part about Teslas. They're terrible in the cold, and there's just not charging stations everywhere. There's gas
exactly
everywhere
and
you
or
go.
There's a natural disaster and the grid goes down,
right.
And then
EMP wipes it out. Nothing. Smell ya. It's for some scrap metal. But anyway, so they switch cars, and I'm watching. Did you watch Surviving Barstool?
Yeah.
Did you watch the end?
Is it over?
Yeah, it just ended today. Today was the finale.
I don't think I saw the finale.
Okay.
I think I saw the penultimate.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I'm sitting there, and I've been on my way home from work, throwing it up on the screen, more listening than watching, but a lot of traffic, so you're catching glimpses every now and again, and it's making my traffic on whatever it is, Tuesday through Thursday, fly by. And so I get home, finish it on the telly, and I get a call from Mikey, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "That's no good." You never like to hear "What are you doing" on a random, you know what I mean? It's usually something else, a text first, but the call, "What are you doing?" I'm like, just sitting here watching Surviving Barstool.
Sounds like you want me to be doing something else.
Exactly. That's exactly what it sounded like. And again, he's not here, so he's like, Sam lost the Tesla key or locked herself out, whatever it was. She's like freaking out, trying to find it. Can you go to my house, which is on the other side of town, to go back to Santa Teresa, which is on the complete other side of town, to drop her off key? I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. Like, he's like, okay, well, don't go yet. Like, I'll let you know. And so I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, okay. He's like, she might find him. Perfect. So go back to my show, get comfortable. 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes later, hey, can you go get it? And I was like, fuck. Yeah, sure. So I'm going. His exit to get to his house blocked off. Like, that's something you might mention in the phone call. Like, hey, throw on your maps, because and I don't ever use maps. Once I go there once or twice, it's like, it's good enough for me. It's in up top.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm driving, and I go to take the block. Next exit's like 2.5 miles away. Have to take back roads. Adds like 20 minutes onto the trip. Like, this is a fucking joke. I was like irate. I was like, God, this is why you don't fucking do favors for people. This right here. But anyways, everything else goes off without a hitch. It's like, whatever. But I mean, just one thing after another. It's like, get it. Now here's a speed bump. Now, fuck. Done.
Red light.
Yeah,
There's something. There's
exactly.
always
That's
something.
exactly. It was every single fucking red light in the books. Traffic going back the other way. I'm like, God help me. So I think my new
But you made it,
resolution.
Jim.
I did, but my new resolution is gonna be do more stuff for yourself. You know, you don't need to always be doing stuff for other people.
I like that. I did have
Shocking.
that thought recently, which was, do you think you've given or receiving more in your life? You know? And I think
Ooh.
anyone would be hard pressed to say they've given
Yeah.
more than they've received.
Yeah, but
You know? And so anytime you can like give is like you're just trying to like chip away at that balance of like all the shit that's been done for you. Like cumulatively, you know?
right. But what are you counting as giving and receiving? That's what I'm. The semantics.
I'm
of it.
saying,
I'm trying to see
like,
like how
I'm saying, like,
small of a.
You're a kid, like someone else made you scrambled eggs.
Oh
You didn't
shit!
make
Yeah,
them.
yeah. That's a lot.
You,
That's a lot.
you know what I mean? Or like
You're pretty much helping.
uh,
Isn't that crazy though? Like,
compliments or
yeah.
just like something to make your day. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
no, I see where you're going with it. Yeah, no, then definitely 100% received. But isn't it crazy how, like, off that point, like when we're kids, we need everything. Like, humans are born useless. Like, there's no other animal that's born as useless as us. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like a horse like plops out and just starts running off.
That's right, exactly. I mean, giraffes have a hard time for the first couple days, but once they get their legs under them, like week 2, they're fucking expected to survive.
Feeding themselves, yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy to think about.
Yeah, I don't know. And then like this is kind of off topic, same sort of topic though. Like on babies, like babies just float. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. I've seen that, like the swim test, or like the float test.
Yeah.
They'll just drop them in, no warning.
But like, so that brings up like they'll flip too, right? Like no one teaches them how to flip. They just flip to their backs to breathe. Like people are trying to say that like that's an evolutionary trait that we developed because we were born in the water. Like we used to be a water species and came from there as opposed to the chimp lineage.
I don't know if I'm buying all that.
Hey.
I would think just like a human instinct. I mean,
but another thing
guess
to go with that is we're hairless. What other animals are hairless? Sea animals. I mean, seals, all those mammals hairless. No other. What other land mammal
is hairless?
Yeah.
We're not hairless.
I mean, compared to every other animal, yes, we're virtually.
We're less hairy. I mean, it's a spectrum. There are some humans that are hairier than some animals.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm not going to push back. I can't push back on that. But
I don't know.
All I'm saying is that I just think it's just a natural human instinct not to die.
That's probably more true.
It's just that simple. I never understood the like when you really boil down the evolution thing.
What do you mean you never?
I've never like fully gotten there to be like, oh, this is how it works, you know? Because how did we come from a fish to a man?
Yeah, I
just know it happens over hella time. That's pretty much like the conclusion I got to. It's like millions and millions and millions and millions of years, but I don't get that transition onto land.
It just doesn't seem feasible. Okay, so have you heard about the stoned ape theory? Rogan talks about this all the time, or used to.
That like they took like shrooms or like they ate something and got high and gained consciousness.
So once they became primates, they were.
That part makes sense though. Like going from primate to human.
Right, but how did we get to the primordial form? I don't know. Yeah, it never did. And when
I did take a class on it. It was pretty cool
in college.
At Dianza, yeah.
Yeah. See,
where it was like the lineage, like that's when they played like the Lucy video.
Yeah, I remember that from Miss Cardoso's class. Yeah, it's a classic.
Oh, was that high school?
That was middle school. We saw it, but it was like, Miss Cardoso. Really? Yeah, she was like way into that though. Like, I don't know if you had her.
But then they got like the Neanderthals and the Homozoids or some shit before the Homo sapiens.
What is it? Homo floriensis are the small ones. I don't know, Homo sapiens or us. It doesn't matter.
It's interesting how that's not like more well known, or just like history in general in terms of the order of how things happen isn't well known. Like on a real, like realistic spectrum of like these two people were alive at the same time,
Right.
whatever. Like JP had like a big poster in his house that kind of like put things into perspective time wise, like Roman Empire, Greek, whatever, like all the way back. But yeah.
Did you have Andres senior year? Because I feel like he did a
Yes.
really good job of placing.
He did it the best.
Yeah, placing times and places in history. Like, I don't know. I felt like that class like was the best history class I ever had, and it was an English class. You know what I mean? Like it was just reading literature through the times, but like he explained it so well, just from the Aristotle's and then like Alexander
He took
the
it all the way
Great. Like,
back. Yeah.
you go down
He
the
did it
list.
based on the ages, and then like the ages were just defined by a certain empire. You know,
That
and
only
then that
lasts.
empire had a defining text.
They only last 500 years. We're getting there.
That's what he kept on saying. And then I remember the last day of school, he's like, "This is the last day of like guaranteed education that you have." So, got a few pieces of advice, and then it was just like join a union, get a union job
Yeah.
with one of them. You remember that?
Yeah, I think he gave us the same one. But he was an ultimate legend. I got a because I had him sophomore year as well, and we read Antigone and Oedipus. I don't know if we read those senior year, but they're like Greek mythologies, right? Greek plays, and we read them for like months, and we just like discussed them because he was like, I don't teach sophomores, like, but this is on the reading list, so I like it. This is what we're gonna learn. So reading Greek plays, and it was like I don't know, really fucking interesting to me. And so me and him hit it off. Then I had him senior year, and so I got it's like a trilogy of books, and he signed them for me. Like trust your gut was his big one. Like always trust your gut. Like never something. I was like sick. Andres is the sickest. But yeah, I don't think I cared enough in high school to think about. Yeah, I mean when they were teaching evolution, I was like, I don't. Didn't connect.
No, it really didn't. I actually just followed a new page on Instagram called We Have the Data, and it shows all these types of graphs and good data. Yeah. They just posted that they're doing human and animal like experiments, you know, like mixing human and animal stuff in China.
Oh,
I promise I'm not just spreading like Chinese propaganda. It might have been somewhere else too. It might have been Japan. I could be wrong. It might have been Japan.
dude, I'm pretty sure Alex Jones broke this like 15, 20 years ago, that they were doing it with pigs in China. They were implanting, I think, pig parts in humans and then human parts because they're so similar. Like that's what they, I forget what valves they use, but something like that. But like they were like, and he reported it. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I think it's probably
like half
been
human,
happening.
half like rodent babies. Type shit.
Oh, like that. Oh shit, that's nuts. Oh,
like
fuck.
that, Jim.
Oh shit,
Like that.
You might be off the deep end.
Yeah, like mixing in some human seed with animal seed as their. I don't even know how they do it, but
That's crazy.
it looks scary as fuck. I didn't like it. It at all.
Well, it's like they can grow a human ear off a rat's back. Like, what's that? You know what I mean? Like, have you seen those? Like, it's just strange.
So funny you mentioned that, Jim. That's the one story that I have waiting for this episode. We got a situation here at 1508 Missouri.
Whoa.
So for a month at least, maybe a little bit more than a month, we have had a rat in the apartment.
Oof.
And he's all up in the walls. He's through the pipes, underneath the cabinets. He's got his whole situation. So we've been on a mission to hunt this guy down. We're trying it all. It's like the Sandlot. You know what I mean? Started with the simple stuff. We're building it up. You know what I mean?
Love it.
Speaking of, I got the Sandlot poster, and it's in the primetime spot by the stairs here. You'll see it when you visit.
Classic.
You'll see
Hell
it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So we have a rat problem. So essentially what we did is we put out like these really shitty Home Depot like sticky pads, and we put some like cereal on there, whatever. And it's the middle of the night, and I just hear like I'm scarred by it. It was like
an ungodly
fighting for its
screaming.
life.
Yeah.
Like it got caught, but then it was like thrashing around trying to get free. It just ended up taking it with it. So we wake up in the morning, all of them are gone. They like take it back into their like whatever. I say they because the next night we set up poison in the living room.
Oh
like
boy, you
a
moved
big,
to poison?
a big cube of poison for them to eat. Yeah, with a little bit of goodies on top. And dude, we just like set up a barricade in the kitchen,
Oh,
and we're just watching it come out and munch. And then, dude, a second one comes out, and we're like, "Oh, we have 2 rats." And
at
we're
least when
just,
you got 2, you got like 50. They
Yeah,
don't
come
just.
on now.
They don't stay. I'm trying to be realistic with you. They do not stay in 2s. You think rats ain't fucking? They multiply.
We got a guy coming out. Obviously, we told our landlord about the situation.
Good.
It's not like we're just trying to fucking MacGyver the whole thing on our own, but we do want to be the ones to kill them.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And the only tough thing with poison is because sometimes that's the only way to get them, but then they're going to die in the walls and you're just going to smell like dead rat in the house for like a month. That's the unfortunate part.
That's a concern that we're talking about right now. But also, isn't that the rodents guy's job to go
Dude,
get them?
They'll be like literally like in the middle of the walls.
No, I know.
Like, there's no going getting them. That's just air it out and it'll pass. Oh, we've had to deal with that a couple times. Yeah.
Decomposes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Once
in the wall,
or another rat eats it. That's, I mean,
yeah.
But I decompose.
Honor party shit.
Literally, and then he gets poisoned, and then because the other rat was poisoned. That's a toughie. Have you guys tried like those like big snap traps? I know they make the snap ones.
That's the ones that the guy brought by the house, the specialist.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully it's not too late.
Because the sticky pads are like you said, they don't die, so you got to kill them afterwards, and there's no letting that go. It's gonna rip its fucking feet off them. Those things are sticky. Did you find the traps?
Yeah.
Did it like take them?
It took them back. We haven't found them. No, they're like primarily like under the dishwasher is like their main entryway. Anyway, we had the poison out there, and then they pull it back into their fucking cave.
Oh fuck!
It
Nice.
was something. Yeah, kind of a good one, right? But like honestly, something out of a horror movie.
That's
like,
dude, I couldn't live there. I would be in a hotel until this is figured out. There's no way. Get a cat. No, I wouldn't.
Huh?
I wouldn't.
The cat is our next, like, whatever. We're gonna try and let the cat loose, but I don't want the cat to get stuck in the walls. Like, we got a neighbor that has a cat.
Yeah, he won't get stuck. Cats are smart as fuck. Well, you just hope they didn't get poisoned and the cat fucking gnaws on them. But that's why I feel like our house in Reno never had
secondhand poison.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's how we had such a big bird crisis. Every bird was dying because people were poisoning rats, and then the rats would eat the bird, or the birds would eat the rats, and then fucking they would die, and then whatever ate the bird would fucking die. Like it's bad.
Circle of life.
Yeah, like you can't put
reverse food chain.
Damn near. You can't put any poison outside. I don't even think you can legally set traps outside for like rodents and shit. But peanut butter, that's the big one. Peanut butter on a snap trap. Oof, them boys.
That's what we got right now. We got that set up right now, and they haven't come to play.
You should have gave me the phone call, man. I've worked with.
I know. I got to give you a ring next time.
No, I work with the pest control guy. The pest control guy at work is like, I don't know if you probably don't have to do this at work a bunch, but I have like the corporate people I work with, and then like the vendors are all the blue collar guys that are like coming in and doing the actual work. So like I code switch like a motherfucker when it comes to like the blue collar guys. I'm like, what's up? Got these people don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like I just like shit talk everybody, you know what I mean? I just like swear around those guys. I'm like, that's where I need to be. I feel so much more comfortable doing that.
Yes.
But the pest control guy is the best. Like I just go like, he's like, oh, I'm coming to the building you around. I'm like, nope, but I'm headed that way now. Like it's a nice 30 minutes little refresher. He's just the funniest fucking dude. But I feel like every pest control guy is the same guy. Like
In my head when I think of a pest control guy, I'm picturing the guy from God, I should know his name, from Pineapple Express. Not the two main guys, but the other guy.
Danny McBride.
Yes.
Yeah. This guy's like a goony, tall goony, like I feel like he would be wearing a wife beater on a weekend, just like not like unironically, you know what I mean? Like just slender, kind of a nasty, slim, fat body, but just funny as fuck. Looks like he belongs in the South, honestly, but he's kind of Mexican. I don't know what he is, but he's just like the funniest fucking guy. I'm like, let's go. But yeah, he runs with the peanut butter snap traps. He's like, that's the key. Put them right on the side of the wall. Let them walk right into it. Smell you later.
Have you ever seen the show Outlast on Netflix?
No, is that the team like
Somewhat new.
the one where you have to like be partnered up with somebody? And no, is that
You have to be a part of a team.
Right. But it's like a loan, but you have to be a part of a team. But you can like, is it 24 hours? Like if you abandon one squad, you have 24 hours to link up with a new one or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that any good?
Dude, yeah.
Damn.
I know that show's like, it's not even really my type of show, but it kind of reminds me of Survivor a little bit.
Yeah,
like, it has some of Survivor vibes, and just like there's professional trappers on there. This
So
guy with the
sick.
big old hat, and he's like, they're setting up traps, they're eating squirrels. Like, I don't love the part of where they're like eating like the squirrels and shit like that, but it's just like, it's sick, you know. They're building the shelter, they're doing the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From scratch. That's what, dude, Steve Rinella's on Rogan right now, or was, like, the podcast just came out today, and he's the best because he's outdoors guy, but he was just talking about very similar thing, like just living off the land. Like there was this one guy who moved to Alaska and just like straight
That's where it takes place.
Yeah. You gotta that, or like Canada or Russia, you know what I mean? Like somewhere cold and somewhere remote.
It was nuts. Dude, they like had to get like one team didn't get fire going and they were just done.
They didn't get, how did they not get fire going?
I don't know. I really don't. They were, I don't know. You know.
Are you, so what did the other people get fire going with? Did they have like flint, or were they making a bow saw? The fucking.
I have no idea, honestly. I think they were going, I don't know if they were able to bring flint. Maybe they had flint, but they were definitely making like very thin, like sticks that they would like carve into.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
I
probably
don't
a bow drill where you like put the wire around the stick and then you move it and it like rotates it in the friction fire.
Yeah, I think there was some of that going on. Yeah.
Which takes like real work, but it's so sick. Like, I've never done it, but like watching those videos and you just see like this tiniest bit of smoke coming up. But it's like once you lose your fire, you got to do that all. Like that's not an easy process.
I genuinely would love to do a trip like that where it's like maybe not somewhere that cold, but somewhere where it's like we're actually going to chop some wood and we're going to like build a shelter in the forest, you know.
That's got to be a long trip though to make it worth building your own shelter, because that takes so long.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it takes probably like one good day at work. And then the second day you fix it up.
You got to think these.
And then you enjoy it for like one more day and you go home. But
yeah,
like,
right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck. But these guys like are professional. Like that's not the first shelter he's built. Like we would be going
exactly.
in
On the
so
show you
green.
see like these guys are like legit, bro. Like they can actually survive. I'm like, I would be fucked here, bro.
Yeah, no, and it's like I could put together a lean-to, you know what I mean? Like you just lean a bunch, like one big branch off and then you just TP off, but it's like that's only going to last you so long. Like these people build lavish shit. Like if it's like a loan, like that's like a full-on cabin that they plan on spending months. Like it's nuts.
I want to build a log cabin too. I think that would be cool.
Dude, you can buy
Lego style.
Honestly, I think they sell the like parts to do that. Like you don't even need to chop it down. You know what I mean? Like you could have someone helicopter in a literally Lincoln log set pretty much where you're just assembling.
Lincoln logs. Exactly. That's what I was looking for. Not even Legos, Lincoln logs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There are like Lego houses though. That
Yeah.
you could pretty much build yourself like hella quick, hella easy.
Well, that's the new
I don't know how it
3D
works,
printing
but-
one. Like they literally are like 3D printing. It looks like Lego pieces. Boof, doof, you just assemble. It looks ridiculous, but fuck, it's
Yeah.
probably cheap.
Probably.
But that's like it's There's plots of land everywhere. Like, could you imagine just a little parcel? Fuck it, why not? And then,
Dude, what are you talking about? That's what I look at every day, dude.
are you actually?
I'm just on Zillow looking at plots of
Really?
land in Landers, fucking California, out there by
Land-
Joshua Tree.
Joshua Lander Street.
I'm honestly thinking about getting a little plot of land in Joshua Tree.
Yeah, was that you telling me about that? I feel like it was. It had to have been.
I don't know.
I don't know if anyone else
really
would have.
I really don't know if it was, but obviously it's like inexpensive out there, and I feel like there actually will be a real city there one day.
Well, yeah, it's not going to get
The brand is out there.
worse. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. That's one of those things too, where it's like if you have it and you just keep paying your property taxes and like slowly develop, it's like, why not just retire? Yeah, I mean, fuck it. What else you got?
That's the only thing is like it's in the middle of nowhere, so it's like
but that'd be kind of nice.
one of it's like, wow, dude. One day when I bought this little piece of land, there was nothing here, and then one day there's like a legit city. Like
Right.
obviously that'd be sick. But the other half of it is like that's just in the middle of the desert, brother.
Yeah, would you rather be
You bought a little football field in the
kind of
middle of
sick
the desert,
though?
brother.
You should. What if you just aligned it like a football field and did nothing? Like never built on it, just lined it like a football field and just left it out there. Just someone will.
I left it all on the field, Jim. I
Say,
left it all on the field.
love that. Would you rather live desert or would you rather go like Alaska-y?
Probably definitely desert.
Yeah.
Desert actually kind of looks like a vibe. Like at night, you're getting away from the light pollution. There's still mountains.
Yeah, but it's so fucking. I feel like I'd rather deal with the cold than the
there's just
heat.
nothing.
Yeah, I feel like food's more plentiful out in the Alaska. Not that you have to live off it, but I don't know.
Right.
Interesting.
I like towns that just have one bar. I think that's the vibe. Obviously not to like stay and live your whole life, but like if we're traveling through the country, I want to stop somewhere where there's literally one bar. Like I want to see everyone who goes to the bar in this town. You know?
Well, and that's exactly what you get. You know what I mean? Like I feel like those types of towns, like there's everyone that's at the bar is everyone who's ever gonna be at that bar. And
exactly.
Like I've been watching a lot of Psych, and it's a lot of that. A lot of Psych is a lot of going into random places, and it's like, hey, we're the odd men out here. And I don't know if I would like the odd men out feeling. All eyes on you. It's like, who is this?
Yeah, when we went to Mitch's wedding, me, Hunter, Patty, O, Masa, and Nick Bellafrano carpooled up from the city. And we stopped in town and just like played pool and got a few beers right before. And it did kind of feel like a country western. Like we were walking in, we had like all our wedding attire on. Everyone's looking like, who the fuck are these guys?
Out of
like,
place.
Yeah, a little out of place for sure. But you got to own that. If there's a pool table, I'm there. You know that, Jim.
Yeah, I know that. That feels kind of sharky though. Coming in right to the pool table, dressed fancy.
I do it every time. I do it every single time.
I believe.
No one's gonna stop it. I believe you, Mike.
I haven't played pool. I'm so bad at pool. Every time I pick up a pool key, I'm like, I could play pool, and then I shoot. I'm like, I'm so bad. I am so fucking bad. Have you been playing still a lot, or a good amount?
Trying.
Yeah,
I would say so. Still no good, but that was fun when we played at the Den.
Oh, did you guys play?
I don't know if you played a game, but like
I
during that night. Oh yeah, you dipped out.
Yeah, well, I thought everyone was going to Goose, and so I drove past Goose, and I was like, wow, it's fucking empty. And I texted Melendrez, no response back. Still no response back. Not 1 a.m, not a hey, my B, nothing.
My bad.
Like, fucking, come on, you dildo.
It's like Outlast, dude. You got 24 hours, dude. You got 24 hours.
Exactly. And a big nothing burger.
God damn.
You see Zins were FDA approved today?
That's sick.
Big time. I was doing, oh my God.
Swedes, man.
I was doing so good with them because I was so sick after our last podcast. I took a just straight nosedive again. Crazy. But I like didn't like, I was at like 1 a day, and I just like would put one in for like 5 minutes and be like, I can't take it out. And I just pick the same one back up and put it in and be like, I can't. And I just all day, the same one in and out. It was like that for like 5 days. And then I just back so heavy once it was like, oh, I feel so good. I feel somewhat healthy again. I'm like, fuck, let's go. But
I feel you. I think what I'm trying to get to, I know weaning off is never a good thing, but to pull myself back into check here, I'm trying to do like maybe like a meal schedule, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, with your morning coffee. That's a must. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Need it. Get that poop out.
That's a must. And then maybe one just like, you know, after lunch, and then maybe one before bed.
See,
and then that's when you're maybe using nicotine for the benefits and doing it in the right way, not fucking abusing it to the death like I do. So
well, I mean, I'm in the same boat you are. But I heard so Action Bronson, love him, classic, was on spectacular. I love when like people tweet like random shit and then it just like sounds like an Action Bronson quote. So they quote the picture of like Action Bronson.
Accidentally Bronson.
Yeah, exactly. But like people are like, exactly. Everyone's doing it now.
Yeah.
But that's a great account. But he's on Ariel Hawani today, and he's talking about how he did a workout with Rogan and they had Zynjitsu the whole time. And he's like, oh, it made the intensity of the workout like so much. And so I'm like, fuck, all these pussies are going to start doing that now. I've been doing that for years. Jiu-jitsu. It doesn't come out of my mouth, the jiu-jitsu. I'm trying to make a mouth guard where you can put one in. That's the new invention. That's the invention.
Upper decky mouthpiece?
Yes.
You're onto something there, Jim.
Because they talk about the
aren't going away.
They talk about the cognitive benefits, but it can get lost. So if you have a pocket in your mouth guard that's like not mesh, but like a very thin plastic, and you just set it that you put yours in and then you put your mouth guard in. So
that didn't forget it.
How good is that?
Jim, that's a whole market. You could literally like market on whatever you're doing your ads to people that use Zins.
Yeah,
in jiu-jitsu. Type in the interest. Zins jiu-jitsu.
I have my first mouth guard. I molded it like a month ago with the intention of getting it hot again and cutting a pocket in. You know what I mean? And then I just have it. So you gotta show the product design
and then poke holes.
Exactly.
From there.
You can or take an X-Acto knife and cut out little squares just so it's showing through. Yeah. And then you bring the product design around jiu-jitsu. Before class, you have people see you throwing it and like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, just putting my Zyn in my mouth guard. Yeah, I mean, just very casually. Word gets out.
The buzz, no pun intended.
Exactly.
Jim, I like this one.
Yeah,
I like this one a lot.
Not bad. And it's like you can use it. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu. Mouth guards. Everyone uses a mouth guard now. Zyns, you don't have to spit. That's the beauty of a Zyn.
True.
So
but you might need some water near you for sure.
That's false advertising. No water needed.
At some point you will.
I go full
neither
class.
Here nor there.
No, don't need water. You're ruining you can't say that because I'm not selling water bottles here. Unless you're gonna sell you're gonna sell the water bottle behind it. Fuck.
Jim, why don't you, dude? Once you get that prototype, we're making an ad and we're running it at the beginning of every single episode.
I'll work on it this weekend. I'm going to a jiu-jitsu
competition.
I'll write up an ad.
I don't even give a fuck, Jim. You got to do it.
Let's do it. That's probably to date my most unique invention. It's not even an invention because it's just putting two things together.
I like it. It's like drifting off the wake of the Goliath that is Zins.
And mouth guards. It's fucking just...
And mouth guards.
Mouth guards are... The mouth guard market with Steph Curry. Steph Curry exploded the mouth guard market across every sport. It's crazy. I've done some research. I've done a little research.
You have done a little research, Jim, and I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Speaking of jiu-jitsu, my former jiu-jitsu coach, I still follow him on Instagram, went live, was checking out, getting a little virtual lesson going,
Sick.
you know, tapping in. They always got rolls going.
That's dope.
That's such a sick, it's just sick how he like came to America with probably like $1,000 and a surfboard.
Said I'll make
but he knew jiu-jitsu. So it's like fucking found a way to open a studio, and that's like small, humble, whatever, but that's his domain. I love it. But I hit him up in there. I'm like, so what's up with the free rolls on the weekends? Like, dude, is that just for members or is that for everyone? He's like, no, come through, bro.
Oh, awesome. You should
come roll, bro. So I'm like, all right, that's the play. Straight to the free roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll dive in head first, get the lessons when I can. But
well, and that's like
your boy's got to get back to it.
If you're going to the free rolls and they see you, someone's gonna like not pull you aside, but like if you want to work on stuff with you. So it's like it'll just come. That's all you should. I
got to get back in there. I still got my gi. Dude, I fucking clean. I don't know if I've told you that, but I clean my room.
You hear him?
Thought I saw it.
Oh shit. I need you to barehand it live and fucking hold it up by the tail for us.
Dude, it had a fat tail.
Oh,
dude.
they're so gross.
Rats are my biggest fear.
Because that's not a mouse. I was gonna say that is a rat. If they're running off the traps, that's a rat. Oh
yeah.
Cat would have been. I would have gone to the SPCA and picked up a cat that night, and it would have been locked in my room with me. Fuck that. Fuck what you heard. The whole house ain't getting this.
I hate it, dude. It's got access to everything.
Yeah, it's an invasion of privacy. Fucking rats are an invasion of privacy. I would sit there. I would buy a pellet gun and just be popping them off. You guys should just fucking.
We honestly missed our opportunity when we had them out in the middle of the kitchen.
Just watching them. How did you guys not video?
We videoed.
You did? I need to see it. That's so.
I need Will to send it to me.
I'm staying at a hotel when I go down to San Diego. What the fuck?
Well, dude, we found like they've made a home in the couch, like on the underneath part.
That I'm gonna throw up. And you had Jay Roach sleeping on that. Oh my god! Did you tell him?
Wait, when?
A few months ago. You think these guys are new? Come on, son. Jay Roach was there a few months ago with Eli. They shared the couch.
Months ago. Well, that was before we knew they were there, so I didn't. That's
what I said before they knew, but they were there. I'm telling you, these boys just got bowled over the last couple weeks.
No, dude. So I remember I would like move the couches to sweep, and there would just be piles of almonds. Like that they had scavenged and like collected.
That's crazy.
It's not a good scene in here, dude. All I do is I try and think of Master Splinter.
Fuck,
you know what I mean? Trying to humanize the enemy a little bit.
You can't. You got to demonize.
I'm trying to go full John McAfee over here, dude.
John McPhee would not.
The Sheriff of Baghdad.
He would
Shrek.
Not think of these guys as humans. He would leg kick that rat into a fucking different dimension, dude.
We should have been up on the counter with like a butterfly net.
Or like with a fucking scythe.
Blanket.
Yeah. Right in half.
The knife.
Yeah. A big blade, a sword. You guys need a sword.
we could have went birdshot.
Birdshot does a lot more damage than people want to give it credit for. That shit's going through your floorboards.
100%.
That's like classic.
No, we got beef with our landlord though, because he wouldn't even text us back about it. So honestly,
we
don't want to cause too much of a stir up because
it's a nice situation.
Great situation,
right?
Exactly.
Other than that, yeah. Is there anything worse than people not respond? I'm going through that at work with this lead engineer, right? He's in charge of fixing everything at this campus I'm at. Will not respond to my text, like just refuses to, and then gets mad, has the audacity to get mad at me when I go to the guys that are under him and be like, hey, can you help me with this? And they're like, sure thing, you know? And so today I have this vendor, he didn't respond to this thing for like 2 months. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to an outside vendor, bringing someone new in, right? And they're with the union. So they need to shout out Andres, but they need to account for a certain amount of work hours each week in order for them to meet their whatever agreement, yada, yada, yada. And so I bring in this vendor. This guy fucking pretty much goes off on the vendor. Like the guy's back there working and the water was turned off. I was trying to call the engineer to see how to turn the water back on. I wasn't even going to tell him that the vendor was there. I was just trying to do it on the sneak. I tried reaching out to him, but he didn't want to respond. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. And And so he like comes down. He's like, get him out of here. This is my guy's job. Go, leave. And the guy's like halfway done. He's got like our whole ice machine like dismantled, like working on it. He's like, nope, leave, go, and just like kicks it. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? All because he didn't want to respond to a text. That's what I'm dealing with at work. Fucking, oof. Your boy.
Reply to the text, brother.
Boy was hot. But yeah, nothing worse than an unresponsive landlord. I feel like I've been lucky over the last few. When I was in Reno, when I had a landlord.
Would you ever move back to Reno?
In a heartbeat. That's the one place I look for jobs, like actively. Like I'll be on work day in front of my boss, just being like on the job hunt in Reno. It's
Dude,
the greatest.
Something's been calling me about Reno lately. Like I should go fucking bartend at Dubs or some shit, dude. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Well, dude,
I really love my life in San Diego, but like,
right.
I think that would be a nice life too, you know?
They're always looking for high school coaches in Reno too. I remember when I was there, like going through the teaching programs, they're like, hey, like, one, we need guide teachers, and two, like, they're looking for coaches. Like we know, like, cause I like everything I did revolved around sport. I mean, sports one way or another. They're like, you could easily, I think they were trying to get me to do like, it was, what random sport was it? I forget. Maybe it was football, or like, can you assist football? Like they just need an extra body to like supervise. And I was like, no, I cannot. But that,
can I run the program? I mean, come on, if you're coming with an offer, come on, don't lowball me here.
Let me get the
Am
right
I the
guys
head
around
coach
me.
with the stipend or not?
Dude,
Yeah.
It
could be a nice life though, Jim. Could be a real nice life.
Sick life. There's nothing you can't do in Reno. Literally nothing. It's the most, I would say, one of the most free places in America. Dare I say?
Wow. I like Reno.
Same.
What makes it so free?
Well, okay, what makes other states free? People want to say Texas. Okay, well, you don't have property tax and income tax. Check. Reno's got that. Can you smoke weed in Texas? No. Check. Reno's got that. Okay, people are going to say about the gun ownership. You can in Reno. You cannot in Texas. Texas, very illegal still. Florida, same thing.
Dude, I had a friend that was driving from, like, I guess LA to New York through Texas, had like little shroom crumbs in his trunk, fucking got thrown in jail, like needed to make bail, all that shit.
It's, no joke. Which those aren't decriminalized in Reno, but they might as well be. You know what I mean? The police got bigger 100%. Fish to fry. They're not worried about that. You'd probably get in trouble for it, but it would probably be a citation and not the whole gambit.
It's not a place you have to be on your tippy toes about shrooms consumption.
No, like, that's exactly. It's trust me.
People go on nature walks. Yeah, exactly.
Trust me. It's got the river running through it. You got casinos. You can be at a lake in 20 minutes. You can be in a fucking mountain in 25, a desert in 30. Literally, there's nothing it doesn't have.
San Francisco, fucking Cisco.
Yeah,
4 hours.
You're exactly.
I mean, I know it's not in Reno, but
3 hours away. Tahoe, an hour away, 45 minutes away.
That's why Reno's so sick, because it's like eventually all the people are going to move out of the Bay Area, and they're going to be looking for the closest cities, and it's like Reno's low key that.
It's already happening. It's so bad.
Yeah,
it's like you wouldn't even reckon. When's the last time you've been?
To what?
Reno.
Oh.
They've built up. Yeah, they've built up so much. 2019 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the condos they were working on along the freeway are now finished. It's like it's already growing up so much. It's nuts. But like now would be the time. Like fuck, I wish I had, you know what I mean, the money just to buy anything over there. Fuck, would be the time.
I feel like it is, dude. Back on my Zillow grind, like Reno's the spot, because you actually like. If you Zillow around the Bay Area, it's just not fun, because it's just not fun. Like,
yeah, you can't.
But in Reno, you can find shit. Like,
right. But it's
crazy.
Like if you save up, you work in the Bay Area 2-3 years and save up, put a down payment on a home in Reno, and then find a job out there. It's like not the worst thing.
Not the worst at all, Jim. So I don't know. Something about Reno is talking to me.
I
So
like that though. Yeah, no, Reno's always been. I loved it out there. It was so hard.
I always loved it out there. I always had such a good time.
You get
It
all
was
the
always like
seasons.
the right kind of people. Like no one was stuck up out there. Everyone
No.
was there to talk to whoever was at the bar. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's good time. And that's the other thing. Like I said, you get all the seasons too. I would go on and say top 10 city. Doesn't get the love it deserves. People talk shit.
Reno as a top 10 city is a hot take, and I
To
like
live
it.
in, not to visit. Visiting's a different animal, but to live in.
Well, I can speak from the visitor's perspective. It's pretty great.
Like I said, a lot to do.
I would say its visitability is one of its greatest strengths.
That's I would say yes. It's like that meme of
casinos,
the horseshoe graph where it's like Reno's great for your first like 5 days, and then like the middle part's like Reno fucking sucks, and then like once you get into Reno and you're there at the very end of the other side of the graph, you're like, oh, Reno's fucking great. But I feel like that middle portion of people just there for a few months are like, fuck this place sucks, and then you grow to love it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I loved it
you can see why people hate it, but you can see why people love it
for sure. Yeah,
I always remembered the drive-in, especially if it's like nighttime.
Seeing the green lights, baby.
Seeing the green lights, I was like, wow, this is some like oasis in the middle of the desert type shit.
It's like the Wizard of Oz. It literally, like,
yeah,
it sounds
it feels
dumb,
like
but
the Wizard
like
of Oz.
it literally just opens up all the light. And I'm sure Vegas is similar, but you're not coming over the hill. Like Reno, you're coming over the hill, so you're over the buildings, looking down into the city, which is, I don't know, it's sick.
I've never driven into Vegas.
I don't think I have either, but
Nice.
Should.
All
right, you want to get
Is it
on
okay to talk about the
what
trip we got planned in August? We won't broach that one.
I don't know. It's hesitant. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Matt's bachelor party, sick. I'm stoked.
I mean, that's huge.
That is huge. Yeah, Tahoe.
How's it been going? Planning your first bachelor party, right?
Yeah, we didn't even really there's not really much to plan though. That's like the nice part is because it's Tahoe. It's like there's golf, there's a boat, there's like things you do in Tahoe. So it's like it was really nice to have it like not have to be like, okay, well we'll try and go to this. Figure out bars and shit. He's like, we'll just do a dinner, like whatever. We'll figure it out when it gets closer. I'm like, okay,
like drinking games at the house. Yeah,
that's what. Yeah, I was like, nice.
What's the update though, Jim? Are we getting the spot I want?
So yeah, we got to figure out numbers. There's only 2 people I feel like that haven't, like one person I know for sure is not going to be able to make it. The other person haven't heard from. But either way, I was like, let's, like, the way I picture it was like, okay, we could play Edgewood, right? A $350 round of golf. And I think most of the guys would have been like, yeah, right. Once in a lifetime, it's a bachelor party. But why not play a $150 round of golf and put $200 more to whatever we want. You're also like, most people aren't flying there. So there's like a huge cost that's not, I don't know. I was always like, let's get a bigger house. That's what you said.
Any course is a golf course, Jim. Like pretty much. If it's not Rancho del Pueblo.
Yeah. No, it's a Tahoe golf course. You know what I mean? Like it's a nice course. It's not a muni course. Like it's a good course, but like I was like, they're going to be gearing up for, or they're just going to be done with the tournament at Edgewood. And so it's going to be like pristine. Who knows? Like not worth it. But the big house got a pool table, play drinking games, got a little bit of a yard. I mean, that's primo.
Need the pool table, Jim. Gotta have it.
Yeah. That's what.
Gotta have it. If we get the one with the pool table, I'm not sleeping. I'll stay up as long as anyone wants to fucking play, dude. It's been so long since I played pool, like in a house setting where it's just like,
it's
play
nice.
as many games as you want, play against your boys, play all night. Like
at Discovery Bay, we would go to this house. The last 2 years, we went to the same house, like rented an Airbnb with our group of people, but pool table, and it was like like I didn't even play all the time, but just sitting there watching the shit talking, it's like it's the best. There's nothing better than a pool table.
Drinking the beers around it. You still got the music. You're still conversating because guys are shoulder to shoulder hangouters.
Yeah. Oh, hundo P.
We like to do things together, not fucking sit in a circle and fucking talk.
But
But we love to talk. We just got to be shoulder to
exactly,
shoulder.
I was gonna say you got to be doing something else. But yeah, and it beats a ping pong. Like ping pong table is too much. I mean, it's too active. Like pool table, you're sitting there chilling, walking around, do couple shots. Yeah, no, that's the plan. Hopefully, we can by the end of maybe this weekend, we'll hopefully have something on the books. And then once that's there, everything else is just a gravy train. We can figure it all out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I feel like some guys might be upset that, they're like, oh, like, why didn't we get invited? But it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like people do different things in life. It's like how often, it's like, I don't know. It always gets weird, like around weddings and stuff. Like when people are planning weddings, like trying to get like a wedding invite down, or like a wedding list. It's like,
oh yeah,
how do you make cuts on? Like,
is it everyone or is it no one? Like it's hard to even do an in between.
100%. So I was like, I feel bad for me. I was like, let me know who to send the text to, but like I feel bad. Like there's only so many, so. But
that's right.
Solid text though. The first one,
TLDR, dude. To be honest, but
come
I'm just kidding. I read the whole thing. Dude. I read the whole thing. It was a solid text.
It was gravy.
It was money, dude.
Good.
You're so money, you don't even know it, Jim.
Swingus, Vegas. All right, let's get on with this draft. What did we decide to do?
I think the worst text to get from your parents.
Good. All right. I wrote down a few, but I'm like, I have no idea.
Kind of off the cuff here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, you want first or second? Oh, all right.
All right, this one, call me.
Damn. Okay. Yep. Check.
That's the one. You're in the middle. You're shirtless. You're in someone else's driveway. You're playing hoops. Not taquitos are out there. There might be someone just ripping a lacrosse stick, just cradles in
the spoon,
and then you game's over. You go check your phone. Call me. Oh fuck. So
that
one covers that one's number one because if it was not that bad, they just text you.
Right. Or like
they can text you some bad things, but texting call me is worse than all that.
Or they're so out of touch that they don't realize that that's a bad thing. That could have bad implications. You're like, what the fuck?
It's not always bad. I'm not saying it's always bad.
But most of the time it's like, especially as a kid, you're like 2 hours past due home and you got three call me, what the fuck, call me. And it's like, uh-oh.
Went to 6 different classes that day. Basketball, went to practice, learned so much shit. How are you supposed to remember what time you're supposed to be home?
It's crazy. But I was always it's crazy to me that you went over to someone's house after practice or something like that, because it was always like you're due home after. There was no leeway on when to be due.
I don't think I really did that. I think it was more like a before practice.
Yeah, I feel you.
Well, I used to stay over at I'd ride my longboard over to Matty T's. And then it'd be dark outside. I'd be ready to ride it home. And God bless Lori and the whole family. Would be like, no,
you can't ride.
No.
But sometimes
I'm like, no, I really don't want you to feel like you have to give me a ride. I really don't. I am fine. It's like, no, come on.
When we'd have a group though, and just cruising through the school at 1:30 a.m. was some of the greatest. Oh, it's just so peaceful out.
From my house down to Sweetbriar, literally you go through the school on the fastest.
That's what I mean.
So that just made everything so.
You got to go.
Well, it made the school included in so many memories, even before high school. All the way down to as young as 5th grade, even younger, all the way down to 2nd or 3rd grade. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. See, I always forget that you guys were all so close throughout Buxton and shit, and I came in middle school, really like 7th grade, not even like me and Matt were friends like 6th grade, but like 7th grade, I started hanging out with the group and stuff. But damn, so many missed years, so many walkathons.
Yeah, but you got the private education, man.
That's true. Yeah, whatever.
Can't put a price on.
You certainly can. You certainly can. All right. Let's see. What do I got? Oof. God, this is tough. Okay, I'll go with the simple one. Did you pull whatever it is out of the freezer, right? You're at home.
Yes.
Supposed to be having the food defrosted for dinner. You're just sitting around, probably beating your dick, knowing myself. And then you get the text. Oh shit. Dinner's gonna be a little late tonight. Sorry about that, folks.
And it's perfect on theme of stuff that you hate. It's disappointing them, you know?
Yeah.
It's dropping the ball. You hate to get called out on dropping the ball. It's a part of childhood. No kid's gonna go pitch a perfect game on their responsibilities, but you know what I mean?
You certainly try. That's all you can do.
You certainly try. You don't want to.
No.
You don't want your ERA to be too high.
But back in the day, sometimes I would run the ERA up just to laugh and say, you thought it was high then. Watch how high I can make this ERA go now.
So, dude, I've been subbing these past like
few
weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's a kid that has like defiance disorder.
Nice.
So he'll literally just be like, "Fuck off, step off," like. I'm sitting outside, like it's like straight, like he'll just walk out, like
it's called
he's kind of living the life.
Yeah,
he's
right.
Kind of like
what the fuck?
He's like living life, just saying whatever the fuck he wants. So disrespectful, but gotta have empathy for him. Anyway, just thought I'd.
Oh,
share.
I thought I was going. No, that's hilarious though. I mean, that's just called.
I never knew that was a thing.
No, it's not, because it's not. They're making shit up now. It's crazy.
An ass whooping.
Yeah, literally, it's fucking crazy. That is funny though. I mean, he just. Why would you do anything? Why would you do anything ever? That's crazy. Until the real world where someone's gonna.
He's so right though. Like no one can make him do nothing. You know.
Yeah, but they should just expel him and just make his family's life a living hell. I mean, that's the only way to get to him. That's the only way to get to him. Fuck it. All right, what do you got?
This one has a little bit of context. I'll just say dishes are still there.
Oof, nice.
But it's really like it goes for any text where it's like you've been reminded to take care of.
Exactly. Like that's the
it's the we're past reminder. It's like can't believe this one. Like
per my last email, you know, it's the corporate, it's the parent way of
it's
saying,
almost like they did the dishes and that's the worst feeling. You know, it's like, oh no, like it got to the point where I didn't take care of my shit so much that you just stepped up and took care of it. Mm-hmm. You had to do it. That's the worst.
Yeah, no, that's a disheartening feeling, you know, and I feel like I got one or two spanks to the behind as a kid, and it was, you know, pretty set in stone. When I ask you to do something, you do it now. There's no wait 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck. I mean, looking back, very good life. You know what I mean? Just getting shit done. But in that moment, God, nothing sucks more. Holy shit. Oh my God. I'd rather do anything else. That's a good one. I like it. The reminder, the not so subtle reminder text.
The post reminder.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been reminded about this. You said, yeah, I got it 3 times, brother.
It's bad. Now, this is another one where not so much impacting me today, but back in the day, what is this? And it's something that is not supposed to, something I'm not supposed to own. Maybe it be paraphernalia. Who knows what it is? But the what is this followed with a picture of something that makes your heart stop and go, what the fuck? Oh, no. Oh, and I've gotten that a couple times, but oh God, there's just you just want to throw your phone, you know? Oh,
physical evidence.
Literally, there's no workarounds. There's no scooting by. It's just, hey, hand up, hand guilty as. Oh my God. On this note, holy shit. The funniest video I've ever seen. Caitlin Clark had a stalker, right? I don't know if you saw this video, but she had a stalker. It's this old white guy, classic. And he goes into court. He goes into court and he's being arraigned, right? So they're just reading what he did and saying, like, this is your court date, right? Like, just the arraignment. Yeah. So he goes in and the judge is like announcing him. So he goes to sit down and he immediately sits down in the seat and goes, guilty as charged, and like sits back and just like throws his hands.
I think I saw that clip.
The greatest. I mean, if that's not like a meme, a video meme, like the world's lost. But guilty, that's exactly how you feel when you get that. What is this? Guilty as charged. Just God. Hands up. But yeah, that one hits the heart, you know. Another disappointment text, one that, you know, would have been better left just unsaid. Some things, you know. But all right, round 3. What do you got?
I got to be honest. I'm running out of stuff here, Jim.
Same.
We're digging deep in this barrel, but hey, school called.
Ah, nice.
See, a lot of these have call me at the end. You know?
Yeah, exactly. But school called is, and were you ever a kid that was skipping school in the era of like having the house phone and like they would call and say hello, like when there was an unexcused absence, like Josh missed first, third, and you know what I mean, like whatever periods, and they would just
you race home and get the voicemail first.
Exactly. Because they would leave them at
I don't know if it's a fake memory or a real memory. Maybe.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do it. But I feel like I remember people talking about like doing that. Like Pat was like the one that was always like, oh, I beat my parents out. He's like, I have so many absences. I'm like, that is not good, man.
It was like Pat and Kendall made a bet that like
Pat and Oot. Wasn't it?
Huh?
Was it Oot or Pat? I thought it was Oot and Pat.
One of them, made a bet that they had like whoever could get more absences, which was just a wild thing.
And me and Pat both ended up at the end. So what was I doing with my life? Fuck.
Dude, I didn't even apply to a single college.
Neither did I. I took the SAT after I'd already gotten into Deanza just because it made me like a qualifier to like transfer with 24 credits as opposed to 40. But like, still the greatest thing ever. I'm sitting in the parking lot at what's the Hollister High School, and sitting in the parking lot. That's before deep. It was because I took it so late, like no one's offering the SAT in fucking June, like only psychopaths are taking it then. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm sitting in the car, you know, Cope went or Grizz went back then, but throwing in, and what car was I in? It must have been the 4Runner at the time. And this guy just randomly comes up to my car and he's like, you got a dip for me? And I was like, yeah. And I like go to hand him the dip, and he walks around to the front seat, just hops in the car and like sat and threw a dip in with me. I was like, all right, like, fuck,
all right,
this is what we're doing. Okay. And then I went and bombed the SAT, but I was like, that's a good memory. You know what I mean? At least I got.
Do you remember your SAT score?
It was like 1140 or something. Like it was bad.
What is it out of?
I think then it was 2400 or 4. Maybe maybe it was 14.
It was 16.
Something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think it was out of 24.
I think it might have been.
I was right around there too. I don't remember my exact score though.
Yeah, but I didn't take class. Like my brothers like went to like SAT class. Like they did that, took it multiple times, took the ACT. Like I was like, I'm going to D. I mean, like I had it set in stone. Like junior year, I was like, I'm just going to go to junior college, and
that's the best route.
Yeah. So I'm done.
I love the Deanza days. Part of me thinks it would have been sick to go play football at Santa Barbara City.
Yeah, getting away.
You know, like go actually be, but then you end up fucking 36 in Isla Vista.
Or playing football still, but
what?
Playing tackle football as a grown man in your own league or something. But yeah, let's go to the next text. Hit the bell.
Can we switch to good text? Little combo draft.
I gotta hit one more.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How about an unintended text, right? They meant to text somebody else. They meant to text your dad, and
Oh,
it's something
Like kissy faces.
yeah,
Like,
or something exact. Could be anything, but you're like, fuck, I didn't need to. I didn't
I didn't
need
know
to
my
see
dad
that.
sent emojis.
Yeah, what a fucking beta. Or yeah, so it could be anything.
I like that.
But the unintended text, I was just going. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a very Family Feudish answer, but
I like that.
yeah, I don't fucking know. Let's see. Do I have any more that I could?
I got one.
Okay, all right.
Replying. It's a reply. Okay.
We'll ring the bell. Fuck it. We'll finish it off. We'll figure this out.
Yeah. It's just a reply to whatever question you asked, and it's no.
Yeah. The hard
Is
shutdown.
there food at home? No.
No. Can I sleep over at which? No. Nope.
Bingo.
Just no.
Nope.
There's no wiggle. There's hardly any wiggle room. After you get the no, it's a phone call. You know what I mean? Then it's the, hey, can I? Exactly. You can talk to her mom. She's here. Or his mom, not her mom. His mom. But that's a good one. The hard shutdown. Just boom.
Nope.
Okay, I like it. There's nothing more to be said. I'm gonna go with oof. All right. You're cut off text. No more. Done.
Whoa.
And now, have I ever been dependent enough to be cut off? No, but it could happen.
It hurts.
It does. It does.
It still hurts.
It still hurts. No, but it could be like anything, right? Like when you're younger. Hey, mom, like, can I have 20 more bucks to do whatever? It's just, again, the hard shutdown. I don't know. I got none. You're cut off. You're no more. I got no more. That's 4. If you got one, I'll drum up another, but I'm lost.
I'm lost in the sauce, brother. I think we call it a day on that draft.
I like it.
We did it. We're coming to the end of the cycle here on draft.
I know. I don't know. I mean, there's always something. Always.
There is always something. There literally is, but
yeah, we can get creative with it. I'll start drumming these up beforehand.
We just start going characters that are red. That start with a J. Yeah.
Build your whatever. You get 5 different whatevers, and we can start building stuff. We can build teams. We'll figure it out.
I like it.
All right. All right, y'all. You got anything before we go?
No, man. Just keep on keeping on.
Love it. All right.
Go
Peace.
Pack.